In this 5-minute masterclass, we are going to create a bass line over a blues in F. Walking bass lines are a fascinating part of jazz, as they support and mark the harmony underneath the chords and melody. I would recommend to go and listen to great bass players and compose your own bass lines over songs you are working on. Bass players whose bass lines I would highly recommend to check out are, for example, Oscar Pettiford, Ray Brown, Paul Chambers, Ron Carter and Jimmy Garrison, just to name a few. Now, just a few words about the right hand. During this lesson, as it is about a bass line, I will be using only a basic voicing on the right hand. F13 with the 3, 6, 7 and 9. B flat 13, 7, 9, 3 and 6 or 13. B diminished, then A minor 7 flat 5 with the root 4 flat 5 and 7th, D7 altered with the 3rd, sharp 5, 7 and sharp 9, G minor 9th with the 3, 5, 7 and 9, and C13 with the 7, 9, 3 and 6 or 13. The bass line we are going to create now is a combination of several bass lines I have transcribed from the bass players mentioned above. We start with the simple 1, 5, then 1 octave higher, and 3, leading chromatically to the 4 chord B flat. Continuing with repeating the notes B flat and B over the B diminished, which leads us to the 5 of the F chord in the 3rd bar. Then 5, 1, back to 5, 1 octave higher, from where we start with the E flat, the 7 of the F7 chord or the 3rd of the C minor 7 chord, whichever you want to think of. We have E flat, C, F, A, leading us to the B flat, the 4. This kind of line that starts from other than the main triad notes, 1, 5 or 3, is something that, for example, Ray Brown used, among others, of course. It gives an interesting color and creates a good foundation to this bar, which resolves to the 4, B flat. Now from the beginning. We start the 5th bar with the notes of a B flat triad, leading to B diminished chord, where we again use the notes of the diminished, last note being B natural, which gets us nicely to C, the 5th of the F chord. Then in F, 1, 2, 2 sharp, the G sharp, chromatic approach note to A minor 7, flat 5. As the next 2 chords, A minor and D7, last only 2 beats each, we are going to use A, then tritone from it, leading chromatically to D from above, then D, and the 3rd of the chord F sharp. Last 4 bars we have G minor 7, C7 to F. First we play the bass line, which is very common. It follows the scale, just adding a chromatic note between the 3 and 4. Also, by the way, you can see that it follows C7 bebop scale. In the 2nd bar of the 2-5 we play 1, 3 octave lower, 5 G and G flat, the chromatic approach note, from above to F. In the turnaround we use F, 1, 3, over D7 we use the root, D, then a tritone sub A flat, which brings us nicely to G. Again tritone sub D flat to C, and the third of the C7 chord, which leads us nicely back to the top of the form. Now I would like to show an example how you can apply this bass line. Here is the line together with the Charlie Parker Blues Au Privative. One chorus of comping, one chorus of solo, and theme out. I hope you enjoyed this 5-minute masterclass, and if you have any questions, just drop them into the comment box below.